My name's Paul Rankin. I'm co-founder of a small organisation with a large ambition. It's called Living Cultural Story Bases. We're trying to reconnect people around their traditional stories so that the cultures and the values of the minority groups of the world are not lost. One language disappears every 10 days, and here in Timbuktu we're working with the Tuareg, a nomadic culture who have a very strong tradition of stories and legends. In December 2007, we launched the LCS Timbuktu project with a big community event, the first live performance of storytelling in Timbuktu for centuries. This marked the start of our work with the communities to rediscover and record their own oral heritage. Here we have a woman from Timbuktu, and she's looking at a conteuse, that's a female storyteller. And the female storyteller is telling a story about a wife who sold the grandmother while the husband was away. So this is a story of moral tale, right? A story about values, and it's also a story about don't stay away too long from home because you might find your grandmother sold by the time you get back. So it's a new story for her, but she understands it because it's in Tamashek. We're trying to reconnect the Tamashek in their language to their heritage. That's the first priority for this project. What they want to say to the outside world about Timbuktu is a second phase. But really all of these cultures, the 4% of the planet which have more than half of the world's languages and cultures, they're disappearing very fast. So our prime job is to reconnect people to their heritage. The reason for doing this is not just to save the 4%, but it's to give a heritage to my young and their young. I'm a grandfather now. So this is a chance to save the disappearing half of the cultures of the planet who know how to live cooperatively rather than the rest of the Western model, which is just competition from school to corporations to nations. We work by trying to train the young in two things. One, respectful methods. Two, with some of the advantages of digital technology like MP3 players, recorders and cameras. So it's students like these that work with us in two teams. One, a team that goes out in the desert on camel with a coordinator there to find celebrated storytellers, and the children there work as the cameraman and the recorder agent. And the second group are students here from the town school, the lycée, and they go around the town to find storytellers, women and men, to record their stories and tales.
The Tuareg people like this project very strong because the culture of the Tuareg people, it's really start to be died. People don't know anymore. Especially the young people stay in the city. You don't know anymore about the Tuareg life, and you don't never go to the desert to see their life, to listen to the story. So it's very strong for us if somebody come from very far, from England, from America, to help us to do something special for us. It's very great. It's very good. It's very strong. Especially on this kind of small apparatus like this, I cannot believe to listen all the story. It's very amazing for me. It's very special.
Dans toutes les écoles de la commune de Timbuktu,
groups from schools in Timbuktu come in the morning and others in the afternoon to listen to these stories, which allow them to keep their Tamashek culture. The Tamashek culture is very rich in vocabulary and grammar, and it is a culture that we will miss if it disappears. It allows us to sensitize the children about the value of their culture.
Donc cet exposé nous a permis de sensibiliser les élèves afin qu'ils sachent la valeur de leur culture.
Here we have an image of Nuri, who's an expert researcher in the bibliotheques of Timbuktu, and he's reading from an ancient manuscript. So he's breathing life into this poem about a love for a camel from the 15th and 16th century. And these guys are here, hearing the story again live, so the new generation can hear the voices from ancient past. So I think, yes, there are lessons here for young in Wales, or in England, in Los Angeles, in the gangs there. And it's about knowing who you are in the difficult time when you transit from being a child to being an adult. These are two of our best students who have been working with a group of women to capture stories for children. And we see a lot of opportunities there of stories for children that could be talking books or CDs or on the internet for the people who are now living in cities who want their young to know who they are. So these are the people who we want to take over the project. I want to stand back and let them do it.
We will go on looking for stories, and the projects will always continue.
I don't want to stop. I want to try to do it because I think it's very good. The result is very good.
Let's